don't want to go too far downstream. It starts turning around. But like the big chamber, the middlemen, when they eat these lichens, there's a winter aspect. You can't eat those lichens on the ground. But when it's partially digested, it actually is an edible food. And the old people used to eat these a lot. I read about it. I even talked to some people who've done it, when they were kids and stuff. And sure enough, it's not bad stuff. I got hooked on it, man. One winter, I was eating a lot of caribou stomach content. And yeah, my family wasn't into that. They were like looking at me like, and I was like, oh man, it's like salad. This isn't good. I don't eat much of that anymore. Basically, I went as primitive as I could go, and I satisfied my curiosity about living that extreme of a subsistence lifestyle. So now, I eat much more store-bought vegetables. I eat, normal food. But for a time there, for a few years, I got down to where I was eating caribou stomach contents. I was doing anything. I just wanted to just immerse myself in that whole environment out there. I wanted to get my food right there. What I could see, what I could get myself. Just get right into it. 15 months without even going out of town, not talking to other people. At that time I had my wife there. But just to really get into a state of consciousness. It puts you in a state of consciousness, and it's a beautiful thing.
Now, when you say pickled stomach contents, how are you pickling the tenderloin in the stomach contents?
You just take the caribou, you get to the right chamber of the stomach. They got 4 chambers of the stomach. You just cut a little slit in it. Just after you pull the guts out, and you just slip it in. You slip it right in. And what happens is, soon the temperature's about right, it will retain a lot of heat. It creates heat. I think the micro organisms in there create heat, because if you just bury that in snow, and snow, of course, insulates it, it'll stay for a while. And if it was really cold, it might not work out. It might freeze solid before it pickled. But if it's the right temperature, the meat will turn brownish color over time, and it'll be pickled. Old people used to do this all the time. I read about this, 20 years ago. Then I talked to people, and I said, yeah, this is safe to do. So I tried it, and it was over. That's where I got a lot of my vegetables, was out of the caribou stomach. And the meat will just, it'll turn brownish on the outer part of the meat, and then get all the way through it and pickle. I've done a lot of different things with meat. You know what I like to do with meat? A lot of people don't realize, because you live in the modern world, and just like me when I grew up, right? Meat's dangerous when it's raw. Be careful, you gotta wash everything, be careful. Actually, what I found is that it just all depends on the conditions. Once you learn how to handle meat properly, you can do a lot of things with meat that most people would be scared to death of.
Like I said,
It's completely safe as far as I'm concerned. I never had any problems with it, but like moisture is very important. If you buy meat in storage wrapped in plastic, that keeps it moist. You let it sit around for a while, it's spoiled, and it doesn't take long. Leave meat out of your refrigerator at least a quarter of a day, right? But if you take a muscle out of the animal, you butcher it properly, you separate the muscle as one piece. You don't make a bunch of cuts in the fashion. You can take a muscle that's 2 or 3 inches thick. Don't put it in plastic. Don't wrap it up. That'll cause it to spoil. You leave it right out here. 2 or 3 inch thick muscle. I set them on a rack high above my wood stove. It's like 100 degrees up there. Sometimes, other times it's cold up there. Just varies during the day, depending on how the fire is stoked, right? I'll let it sit there for a week, 10 days, and then I'll eat it. Never cook it, just let it sit.
Really?
Yeah.
Never cook it.
No. Just let it sit there.
So it gets a crust on the outside.
It gets a crust on the outside, but it's too thick of a piece to dry, like you dry jerky or something.
Right.
It stays moist inside. It's like making cheese. It turns into something like cheese. It gets different flavors.
You're aging.
Yeah. You're aging. It's actually fermentation that's taking place. I believe it's actually a fermentation process, but it takes on different flavors. I really like. I call it gummy meat. That's what my kids used to call it. And,
Gummy.
gummy meat. It gets kind of gummy.
Oh, God.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
It really is. I wish I had some. I was saying when I left.
going on?
I was looking for stuff about the caribou stomach, and there's this thing called the Polar Manual made by the government, I guess the Navy. It says the cure back fat is better than chewing gum. And I think it's made 1961. My Navy can order.
Look at this. Old timers from the North mention many interesting Eskimo, Indian, and Siberian foods. Pemmican, I've heard that. It's meat of bear, seal, caribou, and walrus mixed together with fish eggs and dried to a hard frozen block. Trappers, peaches and cream is chewing
That would be
dried
bad.
beaver tail. Caribou back fat is better than chewing gum. Don't overlook the contents of a seal's stomach for a fried fish dinner, nor the contents of a caribou stomach mixed with the trip lining as a tasty
Well, this bag's rough on you. It's so heavy and hard.
Properly
It pushes back.
acidulated.
You can't really like bear into it and hit it like that. You can't. I mean, you could, but you probably hurt your yourself.
One time, I was thinking about milking a caribou after I killed it, but
You really gotta learn how
I
to.
didn't because she was in bad shape. She had been attacked by the
I like hitting a bag
She had
like
an
this.
infection
It's,
in her leg, and I was afraid that somehow I might get sick. But
it's more like how a person. You don't have soft gloves on. You don't have where you can really generate a lot of jarring power. This is more smack, smack, crack, crack. I'm gonna put more energy into this, and I don't want it coming back into like if I punch like this, and I have myself behind it. That energy's coming back into me a lot too. And that's a powerful punch. You'll knock someone flat with that, and there's nothing wrong with learning punches like that. But punches like this are good for like in around the head, face, and then in the body here, where you don't have as much give, and you just want a quick bat energy. I mean, I think you can kind of see how energy goes into that. Rather than it, like if I'm here, like set like this, cock back, it's just as much pushing back into me when I hit. But when I hit like that, it's going into it. Bam, bam. It's going all into it. It ain't traveling back into me as much. But it's good to get used to having it travel back into you too a little bit. That way it don't fuck you up when it happens. That's a benefit to training with a really super heavy sandbag like this. But it's very dangerous because you can definitely injure your hands with it, and you have to start the training slowly and just work your way into it.
If you want to live that primitively off the land, that's all you do.
I mean, I put dents in this thing from my hands and my elbows, and you can see little penetration marks from, when people watch me do it. They're like, holy shit. And I tell them, man, this looks like it's real easy what I'm doing. And it is easy once you develop the skill. But don't just think you're going to come up and go bam like that and hit it. Because, that's bad to do that. Now my other bags you can do that a little bit with, and maybe not. They're more forgiving if you mess up. But this is, I don't wrap my hands like kickboxers and other sport fighters do. Because I'm not a sport fighter. I'm just an old guy that likes martial arts and practices mainly for to try to stay fit and to be able to defend myself. So I don't wrap my hands. I don't wear hand bag gloves and stuff. I want to get used to just using what my hands are really like, because I don't go around wearing gloves all the time. I mean, maybe in the winter, maybe you could wear those gloves that are got the knuckle things and stuff on them. I've thought about those. Those are pretty cool. But I'm likely not gonna go wear those around everywhere I'd go. It's kind of stupid. But hitting a bag like this gets you used to hitting hard parts of the body when You know, you might hit them. You might go for, you know, like this and hit something else, hit the guy in the forehead or something. Oops. You know, because people don't stand still and let you hit them. So if you do, it's like, oh, well, crack, I'll hit him here, you know, and that's it. But at least I didn't break my hand, you know, because I'm used to hitting hard stuff. I know how much to put, you know, be careful with my hands so I don't break them. I think the palms are the best, some of the best strikes myself. Palms and slaps. Palms, slaps, and finger strikes. Fingers going into the eyes, thumbs and fingers like this going into the eyes when you palm slaps towards someone's face and shit like that. And hammer fists on the neck or chopping hands on the neck or whatever. Or grab behind the neck and make someone's head go into something hard so it knocks them out. A wall, whatever, table. Oh, there's so many techniques. Especially when, you know, Wing Chun has a little bit of chin on in it. I know Jiu-Jitsu too. And Jiu-Jitsu is just all chin, you know, every kind of wrestling technique you can ever think of. Grappling, wrestling, whatever, same thing to me. Wrestling, grappling is the same thing.
So I can legally, when I'm living there, hunt ducks and spring.
You know.
But all the other seasons are exactly the same.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm going to end this. I got my little 10-minute workout in and a little talk. End this video here. I can bring my wooden dummy in here, man. I can start videotaping myself on the dummy too. Sucks just leaving it outside all the time. It's cool in the summer. Sucks in the now, you know. So I need to get it set up in here. Alright, I'm out of here. Peace. Ohio. Rest of the world too.